association with SPINZ Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Good evening and namaste everyone. It's 6 p.m. on a Tuesday evening, which means I, Suraj Shrestha, and I'm back with your favorite show, the evening show at 6 in association with SPINZ Deo. And today I have Mr. Suraj Shrestha, who is the CEO and founder of Nepal's very first eyewear brand, ANTHROPOSE. So welcome, Suraj, to the show.
Thank you, Sadichha.
So ANTHROPOSE, namai kasto unique. Can you tell our viewers what ANTHROPOSE means, or how did that name come by?
Yeah, sure. It's actually a Greek word.
Right, correct.
So it's actually spelled without the E at the end. And so the word anthropos, it means human being.
Correct.
So when we started out, we wanted something, a name that would reflect on the human values.
Okay.
Right. So, and also we wanted to go with a Nepali name, but then also we thought that it would be more logical for if we went with something that was more, it appealed to a broader community. So we went with a word that was appealing to a broader community. So anthropos, it's a Greek word actually.
Right, right.
Yeah,
meaning
so
human beings.
Human being. So then we added the E at the end because we really believe that, humans, once we've evolved a lot.
Right.
And in this process, we also kind of have grown a bit selfish, since how we were during our early days,
right.
More communal and everything, and बिस्तारै evolve हुँदै गइसकेपछि more selfish हुँदै गर्छ. अब चाहिँ त्यो particular stage where we care about our society, where we care about people around us, त्यो गर्नको लागि चाहिँ अब extra mile जानु पर्छ, extra काम गर्नु पर्छ. So त्यो extra चिजलाई बुझाउनको लागि चाहिँ we added the E at the end, so it's anthropos. So
wow. And your logo also is, you have 3 different colors in your logo. Do you have any specific reason behind that?
Yeah, the values that we try to integrate in everything that we do. It's the first is our red.
Red, right.
So it did pretty cliched bottom, but it's love. For love for our society, for love for the people, and love for the work that we do. And the blue in our logo signifies compassion. Of whatever we do would have to come from a standpoint where you're compassionate, you empathize with what people not being able to let out the emotions or the feelings or the sufferings. So compassion's there, and the white it denotes your transparency and the ethical way of doing business.
Yes.
So
and also your tagline, get, give, change.
Yes.
So to our viewers, if you don't know about this, ANTHROPOSE, let's say for every 10 ANTHROPOSE sunglasses that is sold, they do 1 cataract surgery for one person in the rural areas. So is that the reason why you have get, give and change?
Yes, so it kind of basically condenses the whole model of how we work, So when you stretch out our slogan, get, give, change, it's actually is get a pair of sunglasses, gift a vision to someone in need, and be a part of the change. So it's like get, give, and change. So that's the whole motto of how we want to work and how we are working at the moment.
That's very amazing. That's very nice. So you एकदम unique business model थियो जब तपाईले सोच्नु भयो. How did this idea come by? Like the social aspect of the business came by first key, the business model came first, and then the social aspect was later added into your business model.
अब कुनै पनि एउटा particular aspect चाहिँ अगाडि भन्नु भन्दा पनि what we believed was एउटा sustainable system create गर्नको लागि चाहिँ business र social aspect चाहिँ सँगै नै एउटा parallel जसरी अगाडि बढ्नुपर्छ भनेदेखि चाहिँ that is what we believed.
Okay.
So it was not the business or the social side first, it was both together because एउटा sustainable system create गर्नलाई चाहिँ दुवैको importance उत्तिकै हुन्छ.
All right. So as an ecosystem, you started, you took both this together.
Exactly.
So you started this new thing, eyewear brand Nepalma, Nepaliहरूले सुरु गर्ने भन्दाखेरि, how difficult was it, or what were your struggles starting the business or convincing people to come into your team to join to make them believe that this was going to work?
The hardship in terms of whenever you start out with a new idea, it's not that it's hard for you to find people at first to join you, because मैले चाहिँ specifically ANTHROPOSE case ma I didn't have to go through that struggle of finding good people. किनभने I already had a team established. त्यो भन्दा अगाडि नै we had already worked towards सस्तो deal.
Okay.
हैन, so ANTHROPOSE को बेलासम्ममा चाहिँ I had a team already formed for ANTHROPOSE. तर अब त्यसपछिको जति पनि च्यालेन्जहरु चाहिँ अगाडि भन्दाखेरि मान्छे पाउनु भन्दाखेरि पनि अब नेपाली ब्रान्ड आईवेयर ब्रान्ड भनेको चाहिँ कतिको चाहिँ राम्रो प्रडक्ट हुन्छ फेरि प्राइस चाहिँ 4000 राखेको छ 4799 कतिको राम्रो छ क्वालिटी सो अन द अपरेसन एन्ड भन्दा पनि इट वाज हार्ड टु कन्भिन्स द पिपल अफ द क्वालिटी हैन सो अब त्यतिखेरमा व्हाट वी युज टु डु वाज जहिले पनि मान्छेलाई पिच गर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ दे वुड कम सी आवर प्रोडक्ट्स एन्ड देन वी से कि हुन्छ नि हाम्रो प्रोडक्ट्स मेड अफ हाई क्वालिटी एसिटेट्स हाम्रो सनग्लासेस लेन्सेसहरू चाहिँ स्क्रैच रेसिस्टेन्ट हो हैन सो डेली वेयरमा चाहिँ हुँदैन बट देन स्टिल गेट द सेम क्वालिटी अफ higher brands for this fraction of price they don't believe you and then what I used to do at that particular time was like they wouldn't believe me so I just used to throw that chasma and then it would bang onto the walls and then for like lenses and they'd be like hey, okay
so did they used to buy the same chasma or did you used to give them a new one
they would get a new one but then I always used to throw it and then at least show them that I'm putting my money where my mouth is type
so practically pani tapaile je bhannuncha it is true what we say what we stand for
Yes.
And do you think this aspect that you're also doing cataract surgeries for rural people in Nepal? So tapaile yo business suru गर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ did you know about the situation of cataract in Nepal कि थाहा भएरै गर्नु भएको कि गर्दाखेरि like how was it knowing about the numbers about cataract in Nepal?
यो चाहिँ कस्तो भयो भन्दाखेरि once we decided कि ल अब चाहिँ एउटा सिस्टमबाट चाहिँ we are going to be working towards a social problem here in Nepal भनेपछि once then we started researching कि नेपालमा चाहिँ के कस्तो प्रब्लम्सहरु र के हदसम्म चाहिँ त्यो प्रब्लम्सहरुलाई चाहिँ सल्भ गरिँदैछ भनेर सो अनि also back of the mind मलाई जहिले पनि कस्तो थियो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ कुनै पनि एउटा डेभलपमेन्टल वर्क गर्नको लागि चाहिँ जहिले पनि एउटा डोनर नेसन अथवा कुनै एउटा एनजीओ अथवा आईएनजीओ सँग नै भर पर्नु पर्ने हुँदाखेरि त्यो कुरा चाहिँ मलाई जहिले पनि अलिकता हुन्छ नि
चित्त
नबुझ्ने टाइपको हुन्छ नि जहिले पनि घट परेको जस्तो त्यो चाहिँ थियो सो अनि रिसर्च गर्ने टर्ममा चाहिँ मैले के गरेँ भन्दाखेरि आई रिसर्च कि नेपालमा एट द्याट पर्टिकुलर पोइन्ट इन टाइम ब्याक इन 2013 कतिवटा चाहिँ प्रोजेक्ट्सहरू चलिरहेछ भनेर नेपालमा मैले रिसर्च गरेँ सो त्यतिखेर चाहिँ इट वाज 1000 or 1001 प्रोजेक्ट्स लाइक इन्टरनेसनली फन्डेड 1001 प्रोजेक्ट चलिरहेको थियो अनि त्यसपछि पनि त्यसलाई जति पनि प्रोजेक्ट चलायो त्यसलाई ब्रेक डाउन गरेर लिएर जाने बेलामा चाहिँ इट वाज हेल्थ केयर एजुकेसन वुमेन एम्पावरमेन्ट एन्ड स्यानिटेसन सो त्यसरी डिभाइडेड थियो तर हेल्थ केयरमा पनि यस्तो हेर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ धेरैवटा सेगमेन्ट्सहरुमा चाहिँ फर्दर डिभाइडेड थियो तर वान सेक्टर द्याट आई स्टुड आउट भेरी स्टार्कली टु मी वाज आई हेल्थ केयरमा चाहिँ छैन
ओके
आई हेल्थ केयरमा चाहिँ छैन भने सो आई हेल्थ केयरमा चाहिँ अब किन छैन त भनेर यस्तो रिसर्च गरे सो मेबी नेपाल अलरेडी नै सेल्फ सफिसिएन्ट छ कि आई हेल्थ केयरमा हैन भनेर त्यसपछि त्यसमा रिसर्च गर्न थाले रिसर्च गर्ने क्रममा चाहिँ आई लर्नड मोर अबाउट तिलगंगा इन्स्टिट्युट अफ अप्थाल्मोलोजी पहिलादेखि थाहा थियो तर इंटीग्रेटली चाहिँ के गरिरहेछ नि त्यतिखेर बल्ल थाहा भयो सो आई केम टु नो कि नेपालमै वर्ल्ड क्लास फेसिलिटी छ अनि नेपाल अल्सो प्रोड्युसेस वर्ल्ड्स चिपेस्ट इन्ट्राओकुलर लेन्सेस विच इज लाइक हुन्छ नि त्यो रिप्लेसमेन्ट लेन्सेस सो अब त्यस्तो मेबी यो कारणले होला भने त्यसपछि चाहिँ आई हेल्थ केयरमा त्यसो फर्दर डाइभिङ गर्दै जाने बेलामा देन द प्रब्लम स्टुड आउट कि अल्दो द सर्भिस स्टिल इज हियर प्रब्लम चाहिँ अझै पनि उत्तिकै स्टार्क छ अझै पनि देयर आर अबाउट लाइक back in 2014 there were 4 lakh pending operations in their backlog
all due to economic reasons
all due not all but 33 point something I forgot the exact decimal number but 33 point something percent is because of people because people can't afford the surgery right so त्यो भइसकेपछि now what the gap that I saw was like solution छ एक ठाउँमा problem पनि छ तर बीचमा के problem छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ they can't afford it so त्यो gap like say cover up garna we could be an intermediary so that is how we started out with cataract.
Amazing. So with Get, Give and Change as the tagline, Anthropose has been giving out free cataract surgeries for every 10 sunglasses sold. They do 1 cataract surgery for a person in rural areas. Don't go anywhere. We'll be talking more about the brand and with Suraj after this break.
In association with SPINZ Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching your favorite show, the evening show at 6 in association with SPINZ Deo, and I am Sadichha Shrestha. So, Suraj, you talked about your association with Tilganga. So, how did that association start? Were they your first choice key? Because, you know, they're the biggest in the country. So, tapaile uhaharko reach dekhera approach gardakheri, how was their reaction? Were they positive from the very beginning or were they skeptical a little bit?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. So we learned about Tilganga and the work that they were doing. So it kind of impressed us. And from being a private sector about a काम गर्दा it impressed us even more. So त्यो भइसकेपछि चाहिँ then I wrote to Dr. Dewey directly that this is what we want to do. When can we meet you? I didn't get a response for about like 3-4 months. I didn't get a response, and त्यसपछि I rewrote to him, and त्यसपछि he said maybe he just got the email. Then he was like, okay, come see me.
Okay.
And then we went there. The meeting lasted for about like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes meeting. The first 2 minutes, I pitched in my idea. This is what I want to do, and he listened to me very carefully. And then 1 minute, he spoke for a minute, and he was like, "I'm pretty appreciative of your idea. Let's do it." Wow. So that is how we started. And then later that evening, he wrote to me personally again, and he was like, Babu, what you're doing is a very good work. Keep it up. And then that is how we started. Yeah.
So convince गर्न धेरै time लाग्यो because it was for a good cause. It is for a good cause, and उहाँहरु पनि involved हुनुभयो. So talking about your meeting with Dr. Sanduk Ruit, so उहाँसँग तपाईहरुले पछि विभिन्न ठाउँमा गएर operation camps हरु पनि गर्नुभयो. त्यो गर्दाखेरि do you remember how it was doing a successful operation on the very first person from all the funds that you generated?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do. It was the feeling was surreal actually, because like to your point, whatever that we've been working towards, the first surgery, that was the point of realization. Okay, like, whatever we've been doing, it works. It works. And the first just the operation first evening, they treat you, they diagnose you with if you've cataract or not, and then they relax your eyes and everything. So that is what they do. On second morning, they open up the coverings. And the coverings, the first mancheko covering nikalisakeपछि, I still remember that point. Like what she said was, मैले पहिला त के भन्छ कि अब चाहिँ स्वर्ग देख्न पाएँ भनेर. She says that, and it's even in our video. Okay, the same woman. That is what she said. And at that point, all of us, we were like pretty elated and then pretty happy at the same time, pretty happy with what we'd been doing at that point.
So your operation camps manage garna चाहिँ, how difficult is it? Like you run your business on a different side, but operation camps गर्दाखेरि पनि दुईटा मध्ये कुन चाहिँ सजिलो कुन चाहिँ गाह्रो त?
अब यो question answer गर्न चाहिँ अलिकता, because like business दुवै चीजमा टीम वर्क को एकदम ठुलो भूमिका हुन्छ. सो अब यो र त्यो गाह्रो भन्दाखेरि पनि अब बिजनेसमा चाहिँ जहिले पनि एउटा पर्टिकुलर लङ रन फेसन र जुन चाहिँ तरिकाले एउटा गइरहेको हुन्छ र एउटा क्याम्प अर्गनाइज गर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ जुन चाहिँ त्यसको इम्प्याक्ट र रिजल्ट चाहिँ विदिन 3 or 4 डेजको त्यस दौरानमा देखिन्छ. सो त्यो काम गर्न चाहिँ खास गाह्रो सजिलो भन्दाखेरि पनि अघि मैले भने चाहिँ टिम वर्कको कुरा हो. तर अब हामी चाहिँ सिन्स वी कम फ्रम अ बिजनेस ब्याकग्राउन्ड, so business front we have had that experience, and plus with the learnings and everything. So त्यो मा चाहिँ अलिकता सजिलो भनौं for lack of a better word. तर camps-हरुमा चाहिँ since we don't have that expertise on the technical, and that's the reason why we partnered up with Tilganga, one of the best hospitals. So अब उहाँको experiences-हरुले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब यो particular camps-हरु चाहिँ हामीलाई execution गर्न चाहिँ हामीलाई सजिलो भएको छ. सो गाह्रो सजिलो भन्दाखेरि पनि अघि मैले भने चाहिँ टिम वर्कको कुरा हो. यदि टिमलाई लिड गर्न सक्यो भने दुबै उस्तै नै हुन्छ.
So you already said operation camps हरु successful operation हुँदा the feeling is really surreal भनेर हैन, एकदमै भिन्न अनुभूति हुन्छ successful operations हुँदाखेरि. अनि for in the places where you do these operation camps, त्यहाँको मान्छेहरुको response, how is the response of the patients? I'm sure they must thank you a lot, but त्यस्तो camps-हरुमा जाँदाखेरि do you choose places where there have never been camps before कि कसरी select गर्नुहुन्छ तपाईले कुन ठाउँमा गर्ने, कस्तो व्यक्तिलाई चाहिँ यो cataract surgery उपलब्ध गराउने भनेर चाहिँ?
हजुर, so what happens is हरेक वर्ष चाहिँ तिलगङ्गाले चाहिँ month year end December, so this is the month चाहिँ डिसेम्बरमा चाहिँ हामी भेटेर चाहिँ इयर भरिको सबै जति पनि सर्वेजहरु भएको जति पनि स्ट्याट्सहरु छ त्यो हेरि लगत्तै चाहिँ we identify कि कुन ठाउँमा चाहिँ कति जना चाहिँ आइडेन्टिफाइड पेशेन्ट्सहरु छ. So we get that data at the year end. So अनि त्यो भइसकेपछि चाहिँ depending on हाम्रो फन्ड कति छ र हाम्रो फ्युचर प्रोजेक्सन until the next camp happens, त्यतिखेरसम्म हामीले कतिको चाहिँ क्याटारेक्ट सर्जरी दिन सक्छौं भने त्यो एउटा क्याल्कुलेसन भइसकेपछि चाहिँ हामीले ठाउँहरु चुज गर्छौं. जस्तै अब यो इयरको लागि चाहिँ हामी धादिङ जाँदै छौं. डिसेम्बर 23rd 24th मा हाम्रो क्याम्प हुँदैछ. So we हाम्रो targeted surgeries 150 people.
Wow.
Where we'll be screening more than 1500 people. So हाम्रो target is 150 people. So त्यसरी गर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ चुज गर्ने बेला भन्दाखेरि पनि अब once now we go there अनि जति पनि हामीले आइडेन्टिफाई गरेका छौँ उहाँ आइडेन्टिफाई गरिसक्नु भएको व्यक्तिहरू आउनुहुन्छ र उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ हामीले सर्जरीहरू चाहिँ प्रोभाइड गर्छौँ.
All right. So in conversation with Mr. Suraj Shrestha, the CEO founder of the very first eyewear brand of Nepal, Anthropose. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue our conversation after the break.
In association with SPINZ Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Namaste and welcome back to your favorite show, the evening show at 6 in association with SPINZ Deo, and I am in conversation with Mr. Suraj Shrestha, who is the CEO and founder of Anthropose. So when you first pitched in this idea to your friends at Sasto Deal, उहाँहरूले चाहिँ यो आइडियामा कसरी रियाक्ट गर्नुभएको थियो?
I remember they were like, yeah, Gaurav, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
So they were very sure that this was going to work, or
yeah, because I had been working on this idea since 2011.
Wow.
So once I got back from the States after completing my education, so it was I was supposed to start Anthropose immediately.
Okay.
होइन तर त्यो भन्दा बेला पनि like I said, research and like त्यो रिसोर्सेसहरु जुटाउनमा नै टाइम लाग्यो, मान्छेलाई कन्भिन्स गराउन टाइम लाग्यो. सो त्यो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ plus it being a socially inclined business, not a lot of investors or like people were like, you know, interested towards it.
When we look at Anthropose website, it says for profit, socially good.
Yes.
Non-profit, for profit, but for profit, socially good.
Yes,
so why do you think it is so important for your business, or why was it so important for your business to be involved in the society and to give something back to the society? And I'll add another question also along with that. Sure. Business, how important do you think, or what suggestions would you like to give them for inspiring them to give back to the society that they operate in?
Yeah, so for-profit social good भन्नुको कारण चाहिँ like हुन्छ नि अघि पनि भनिहाले एउटा सिस्टम क्रिएट गर्ने हो. अब सिस्टम क्रिएट गर्ने बेलामा पनि बुझ्दै जाने बेलामा चाहिँ कस्तो चाहिँ बुझ्यो भनेदेखि चाहिँ like whenever होइन एउटा business is always dependent on the society that it operates in. And a society always develops if the businesses within the society progresses, because like when businesses progress, it pays off in terms of taxes, and when the government collects like a sizable amount of tax, and त्यसपछि त्यो फर्केर सोसाइटीमा नै आउने हो. अनि स्पेसिफिकली नेपालको केसमा झन् अघि पनि हामीले बेस बनाइहाल्यौं कि नेपालमा चाहिँ नेपाल always has been a donor focused nation, हैन. सो त्यो भइसकेपछि बुझ्नु पर्यो कि त्यो डोनेसन कहाँबाट आउँछ. So the entire process of making the donation, and त्यो डोनेसन कतै न कतै कसैले न कसैले कुनै एउटा टाइममा प्रॉफिट भनेर कमाएको हुनै पर्छ. सो यदि त्यो प्रॉफिट भएन भनेदेखि how does donation work? The entire channel of donation. So अब त्यो entire systemलाई चाहिँ how can we हामीले चाहिँ के गर्न खोज्यौं भने त्यो entire systemलाई नि condense गरेर why can't we do it here locally? Local नै गरौँ. So it was अघि नै भने जस्तो, it was not business or the social aspect, but understanding the entire ecosystem and then condensing it into a smaller local level ma. And त्यसपछि चाहिँ, so that is how we started out. That was the reason why business had to be that way. किनभने your business बिना society चल्दैन र society बिना business चल्दैन.
So adding to my second question, so there are so many big companies who have this social responsibility भनेर CSR को एउटा सेक्टर छ उहाँहरुसँग, तर उहाँहरुले काम गरे पनि देखाउनको लागि गरेको, तर एक्चुअली सोसाइटीमा इम्प्याक्ट हुने चाहिँ धेरै कम अर्गनाइजेसनले मात्रै काम गरेको जस्तो देख्छ. So what would you like to tell these organizations, how can they be better at this social responsibility thing?
CSR, it definitely is one of the initiatives in the model business world. So, it has picked up within not just within the startups, but corporations, which is a very good initiative.
Right.
Because like businesses and the society, that is how it works. So they understand it. So now they've been working towards creating an impact. But since businesses, corporations and businesses, they have their own bottom lines. So corporation को bottom lines भनेको profit. So profit भइसकेपछि and now त्यो profit बाट chunk चाहिँ they input it towards some social initiatives.
Right.
So अब त्यसबाट impact कति भयो के भएन भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ अब let us थाहा भएन मलाई हुन्छ नि किन भन्दाखेरि we lack that data.
Right.
कतिको impact र के भयो भन्ने कुरा on the CSR front of corporations. तर पनि अब I think how they could better it is like हुन्छ नि जस्तै not just picking it up, जस्तै एउटा CSR program जसरी मात्र नभइकन चाहिँ if the entire business को model चाहिँ no matter if the business makes money or not.
Right.
The model
it's integrated
if it's integrated within the system of a business, even though if the business does not make money, त्यो एउटा मोडलले चाहिँ एउटा पर्टिकुलर सोशल कजलाई सपोर्ट गर्न सक्यो भनेदेखि चाहिँ I think that would be more of an impact creation जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ.
Okay. And your Anthropos sunglasses, you know, they're made in China.
हजुर.
So, and you, when you're convincing people, made in China tags in Nepal ma bhanum na is still not looked up as, you know, something that's of quality, something that can assure people.
हजुर.
So when you decided to do it in China, ek ta manchehara convince garna that, you know, even though this is made in China, this is of really good quality bhanera, and uta tapaiko let's say banaउने मान्छेहरुलाई पनि, was there any kind of communication gap, or were they surprised that, you know, a Nepali brand, a Nepali product wants to have its sunglasses made in China? Kasto थियो response?
Yeah, we've had a fair share of like skepticism like since it's made in China.
Right.
मलाई कस्तो query आउँछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ नेपाली ब्रान्ड भनेर भन्नुहुन्छ product made in China छ
exactly.
किन यस्तो महँगो छ भनेर सोच्छ के. It's not the dichotomy of like being a Nepali brand and having it manufactured in China, but China मा बनेको नेपाली ब्रान्ड China मा बनेको तर किन यस्तो महँगो छ भनेर सोध्नुहुन्छ के. तर अब see अब हाम्रो prejudice भनौँ हैन, the prejudice अब नेपाली ब्रान्ड र चाइनामा बन्यो भन्दैमा it's महँगो हैन. Like if you were to compare the quality of the product and like if you see what the available range is already,
right.
And if you compare our sunglasses with any other international brands, you would be pretty convinced that the quality is at par.
Right.
But now what you need to also understand is like for the same quality you probably would pay around 3 to 4 times more than what you would have actually paid for Anthropos if you were to get an international brand.
Right, right.
So now that's the value that we want to create. Yes, maybe a Nepali context the product might seem a bit on the high end still, but we are still working towards like we work in a very niche market right now. So and it's always our attempt that we want to go to the masses. So once we do that, the products are going to be significantly economical for Nepali market as well. So, but now that's the challenge for us at the moment on the business front.
And I can definitely assure our viewers on the quality side also, because I remember buying my Anthropos, very first Anthropos, I think some 4 years agadi, but it still is, you know, very good quality. And I was very impressed when I first heard about you, you know, 4 barsa agadi ne sundakeri चाहिँ Nepali brand le, you know, China ma banaeko sunglasses. And when I looked at the quality, I was also one of the few skepticals one first, and kasto hundo रहेछ त हेरौँ न भन्ने जस्तो लाग्थ्यो. But when I looked at the product, when I wore the product, it really is value for money first of all, and the fact that you're so socially inclined also. The business has something that is so integrated, that the social aspect is so integrated well within the business, and giving back to the community is there. So I think that will also have a social and special soft side in the customers. So I think you're doing great. And customers, you stay in contact through your website, you stay in contact through your social media also.
Yes, exactly.
And the social media is well managed. So hats off to your team who looks after your social media. And you also did this challenge called What the Fuzz.
Yes.
How was the impact of that challenge?
So it created quite a stir. Just like we had a lot of influencers working with us who, when we approached them with the concept of What the Fuzz, like drawing an elephant blindfolded and what the reason was behind it. Like the elephant, it's supposed to signify the solution that we already have, and the people not being able to access it.
The elephant in the room.
That's the elephant in the room.
Right.
And like we came up with What the Fuzz. The title of the campaign was What the Fuzz, because like, you know, whenever there's paradox जस्तो भइसकेपछि you kind of tend to question yourself हुन्छ नि
Right.
what the fuzz भन्ने type हुन्छ नि so भन्छ now that was the entire thing of it so we approached people influencers and we also went out to different colleges and like हुन्छ नि people from younger generations trying to tell them the story of what the current situation here is in Nepal. And once they heard the story and what we were trying to address, people were very inclined towards taking up the challenge and then tagging their friends and nominating the people. So while we were doing that, there were a lot of, we approached a few influencers and this influence Mazma Pani, it kind of grew out. There were a lot of influencers doing it, and then when they picked it up, I think the impact that it had on people was quite impressive, I think.
Okay. We'll do our very own version of What the Fuzz challenge, but after this break, so don't go anywhere. Do join me after the break.
In association with SPINZ Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Welcome back, dear viewers. You're watching your favorite show, the evening show at 6, in association with SPINZ Deo, and we are about to do What the Fuzz challenge.
Okay, yeah.
So we don't have any blindfolds. So what we'll do is make them honest. We're not going to look.
Yep.
So we have a blank sheet of paper with us. So and a pen. So we'll close our eyes. We'll make an elephant, and we'll see how it comes out. Right?
Okay, love.
So are we ready?
Yep.
1, 2, and eyes closed.
Okay. I'm just going to do
I'm sure you must have been perfect by now.
No, I actually learned a new technique, like, while doing all this. You never know what people come up with when you ask them to do something.
I don't want to make the because I think it'll be really...
I think I've done it.
Yeah, done.
Are you done? Okay.
Yes. This was our What the Fuzz challenge. Oh,
see?
Very nice. You must have had a lot of practice, but it is very great to use the power of social media to influence people, to educate them, and also to make them listen to the causes that are worth listening to. Tapayko yo whole Anthropose journey from when you started to where you are right now, where Anthropose is right now, what is the best advice that you've gotten so far?
I think the best advice, as far as I remember now, is like what Dr. Druid told me the very evening when I first met him. It was like, whatever you're doing is a good work, believe in yourself and keep doing it. That was the first thing. So basically believing in yourself, and if you think that something is right and what you are doing is right, you should definitely go forward with it. Because if you were to take in technical advices and everything, because the technicalities and everything changes. Right. But the thing that you want to do, and if you know yourself pretty well, that does not change. And if you believe in yourself, I think you keep on doing it. In business, there'd be a lots of ups and downs. Like bankruptcy, team members, frustrations and everything. So if you were just advice that you take is more of a technical advice, I think that I think the best advice would be like believing in yourself, I think. So what advice would you like to give to all the entrepreneurs who are watching our show, or to all the people who are planning to start something new in Nepal but are not sure if it is going to work? I think the whole point boils down to understanding your own capabilities first, and then trying to accumulate the resources that where you think you wouldn't do pretty good. So and then having a good sense of what your particular strengths are, and then covering up your weaknesses with resources that you think would help you. I think understanding your environment would be the first suggestion that I would want to give anyone who is willing to start out here. The environment चाहिँ बुझ्नु जरुरी छ त्यसपछिको कुराहरु भनेको चाहिँ गर्दै गइसकेपछि आफै आउँदै गर्छ एकैचोटी हाम फाल्नु भन्दा अगाडि पहिला एक्चुअली स्टडी गर्नु पर्यो आफू कस्तो बिजनेसमा जाँदै छु के गर्दै छु भनेर and then all the other things will slowly happen as you start right it will all fall in place so what are the future plans for Anthropose अब अहिले चाहिँ जस्तो अघि तपाईले क्वेशन mentioned कि नेपाली प्रोडक्ट हो चाइनामा बन्छ भनेर त्यो भइराछ तर अब चाहिँ हाम्रो नेक्स्ट फेजमा चाहिँ we are planning we're planning that we've already started working towards like having the products made here in Nepal itself, so that we can be a wholesome Nepali brand.
Okay.
So in the near future ko lagi chai tyo, future ko lagi chai bhanepachi the international expansion, plus we're also diving into another social issue that we've currently figured out. So aile ko lagi chai we would want to keep it a bit hush-hush.
Okay.
Soon we'll be also diving into another social sector.
Thank you very much, Suraj, for coming to the show. It was wonderful having you here, and thank you for inspiring so many of our viewers today.
Sure, it's a pleasure that I could be here.
In conversation with Mr. Suraj Shrestha today, and he shared a lot of things regarding his brand ANTHROPOSE, which is also Nepal's very first eyewear brand, and the happy news is that it is also going to be made in Nepal very, very soon. Thank you to all our lovely viewers for watching yet another episode of the evening show at 6. I'll see you next week. Till then, take care and goodbye.